Well, tonight, other law enforcement agencies and state leaders are sharing their well wishes, thoughts, and prayers online for the deputies who were hurt today. Those well wishes are all too familiar recently. This is at least the third time since the fatal shooting in Burnsville 2 months ago that officers have been shot at in the metro. Last month in Oakdale, police arrested a man accused of shooting at officers and barricading himself inside a home. More recently in Burnsville, 2 SWAT team members suffered minor injuries after police say a woman shot at them during an hours-long standoff.
They do not deserve to be threatened. They do not deserve to be assaulted. They do not deserve to be killed for doing their job of trying to keep the community safe.
Well, tonight, Ian talked with several law enforcement leaders about the spike in violence against officers. Ian?
Yeah, Julie, well, it was an emotional day for law enforcement, and as you mentioned, one that has happened a lot recently. It didn't matter what department we heard from, the message from all of them was clear. This has to stop. Flashbacks of fear.
It's very difficult.
From a situation that's felt all too common.
I cannot begin to tell you the emotions that are going on right now.
Again and again and again. And in Minnetonka Wednesday, yet another example this year of assaults on law enforcement.
I promise my family I will come home to them every day. It's not a promise that should be broken by any of our first responders.
Emotion plain to see on the face of sheriffs and police chiefs alike, a law enforcement family that's hurting.
We will have those conversations with our officers, make sure they're all in a good place, because it is concerning.
Concerning and hard to shake. Fear of not coming home is always in the back of their minds. The past few weeks have brought that to the front.
I'm sure they're thinking about this. Their families are thinking about this a whole lot more often than they used to.
Jeff Potts with the Minnesota Police Chiefs Association says it's easy to see how past situations like Burnsville have changed how law enforcement is thinking right now. A flashback of fear.
The frequency that we are seeing where police officers are shot at and hit or killed is happening at a rate that we haven't seen before.
The BCA says while most categories of violent crime are down from pre-pandemic highs, assaults on officers are up. In 2019, there were about 400 violent assaults on Minnesota law enforcement. In 2023, that rose to more than 900.
From a mental health standpoint, it's critically important that agencies have programs in place to help their officers mentally process the trauma that comes along with these situations.
A flashback to fear with a commitment to changing the cause.
This has got to stop.
Now, Potts, the Police Chiefs Association told me regardless of what happened in Minnetonka today, law enforcement is still going to come in to work each and every single day to keep people safe. But the sheriff was open about the effects these situations are having, including making recruiting and retaining people harder. Randy.
All right, Ian, thanks. This story, of course, still developing as we learn more about the deputies, the suspect, and exactly what happened. We'll bring that to you. Stick with us on air and on our KARE 11 website and social media pages.